Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, I'm bringing you a very short video because I want to dive deep into what exactly is the cause of this Bitcoin bull market. This video is going to be brief so that I can make one point and so that you walk away understanding exactly what I want to convey. And that is, what are the two reasons that Bitcoin will be successful? What are the two reasons that Bitcoin will do what we say it will do? It's very easy for us to come in and say, oh, Bitcoin's going to go to the moon. Bitcoin's going to reach 100, 500, $1,000, $1 million is another way of putting that. It's easy for us to say that, but I want to answer the question here, why do we say that? And why am I so confident that in the 3.5 years I've been in crypto, I have never once sold any of my coins into US dollar, taking profits? I made trades and I've exited the trade and put it into US dollar tether and then bought Bitcoin with it again. I've traded, of course, but I've never actually taken capital out of the market. So here are the two reasons why Bitcoin will be successful long term. Share this video with your friends. It's very important. Number one, limited supply. As you guys are well aware, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin created. This is a revolution in the history of currency. In fact, we have never in the history of mankind seen a currency that actually has a proper limited supply. Even when we were on the gold standard, there was always the possibility that governments, as we saw, would go off the gold standard. So while we did have a limited supply of some sort back then, it was in danger. It was in jeopardy, and eventually we did lose it. Bitcoin's limited supply, as hard-coded into the blockchain, and one of its core selling points, can never be tampered with. You would have to convince 80+% of the miners to push through an update that would do anything to that hard cap on Bitcoin. You would literally have to shut down the internet to stop Bitcoin, and the only way that you could ever actually change Bitcoin in a malicious way is by getting 80+% of people to agree to it. It's never going to change. The fact is, Bitcoin will always have a hard cap of 21 million coins, and so long as it is adopted as the major cryptocurrency in this industry, it will never lose that. The reason that's important is because throughout history, you look at different crises that have happened. You look at the West African slave trade, you look at the fall of the Roman Empire, you look at the fall of many different tribal societies in Polynesia, you look at it in North America, South America, Africa, you look at these societies, and the reason that their societies collapsed and the thing that stopped them from growing in the first place was they didn't have a strong currency that was saleable over time. There was no ability for the currency to maintain its value over time because outside explorers would come in, exploit the currency. For example, as I've said many times, the agri-beads in West Africa, they were exploited and inflated, devaluing the currency in those regions, destroying their economies and breaking apart their societies. It leads to catastrophe when currencies are inflated. So that is why it is so important that Bitcoin has a permanently limited supply. I'm going to drill this into your head so many times. I know I've said it like 14 times on this channel in the last month. I'm going to keep saying it because it's important. Bitcoin back there will go to the moon for that reason. That's the first reason. It has a limited supply, and that has literally never happened before in the history of humanity. Gold has a somewhat limited supply, but even it can lose its value over time to a small degree because gold is continuously mined. Bitcoin is not an inflationary currency. For the first time in history, we have a deflationary currency. Number two, the reason that Bitcoin is so very, very, very successful and will be so successful is because it's decentralized. In the same way that we have never seen a limited supply currency in the history of the world, we've never seen a decentralized currency in the history of the world. Currency has almost always been governed by the government. It's been minted by the mint of said government. It doesn't even make sense from a 20th century perspective to say that money could be in the hands of the people and they could be the ones controlling it. It could be democratized in the way that Bitcoin has. That doesn't even make sense throughout all of humanity until the internet came around and Bitcoin was born. The fact that Bitcoin is decentralized, the fact that everyone who holds a wallet and everyone who mines Bitcoin has some kind of say in the way the blockchain operates is revolutionary. Truly revolutionary. The kind of thing that happens once or twice a century in every industry. Right now, it's happening in currency. Bitcoin is non-hyperinflatable, meaning that the powers that be cannot just print Bitcoin into thin air like they can with the US dollar or the euro or the pound or the yen. They can't do it. It's not possible. And by the way, those central powers that be don't have control over it anyway because it's decentralized. That's number two. It's very important. Those two things, guys, I'm going to drill it into your head over and over and over again. Number one, Bitcoin has a limited supply. It cannot be hyperinflated. Number two, it is decentralized, and it always will be. Have you got a friend asking you why Bitcoin's doing so well? Have you got your uncle at Thanksgiving coming over, and he's a big Bitcoin hater, and he just doesn't understand why people are investing in Bitcoin? Show him this video. Share this video. Put this on Twitter. Put it on Instagram. Put this on Reddit. Show this to people. People need to understand that Bitcoin isn't tulip mania because Bitcoin fundamentally changes the way society views and operates and uses currency. And that is why Bitcoin is worth $350 billion and why it's returned to all-time high. Bitcoin is about to explode, and this decade, the 2020s, will be the decade of currency. It will be the decade of devaluing of fiat currencies, and it will be the decade of the explosion and mass adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and I am incredibly excited to be a part of it. Thank you guys so much for helping me along in this journey. I am looking so very forward to bringing you guys more content on this. It is remarkable to be a part of something so powerful, because at the end of the day, guys, there are hundreds of millions, even more than 1 billion people in this world today who are still in poverty because they don't have a stable currency. For us to build stable societies around the world where people can really utilize their full potential, they need to have a society that is based on a currency that they can trust, and that, my friends, is why Bitcoin is the future. If you did enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. And if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at CryptoJeb. Sign up for Bybit with the link in the comment section down below. It's in the pinned comment. Signing up down there does help out this channel. And if you haven't already, consider joining the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. It'll teach you everything you need to know about trading and investing in cryptocurrency markets. There is a $40 off coupon code called BullRun2020 running right now. Thank you guys very much for watching. But before I go, though, guys, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.